I'm Rooney. This is what I know. I played a couple of games for the Western approaches when I was about 7, and then I signed for the Copland Colts when I was 9, and then I got scouted by a scout at Liverpool, and I went for one trial, and then a scout from Everton phoned me up to see if I go there, so I never went back to the trial to Liverpool. I ended up signing schoolboys with Everton. Then after that I moved from Everton to Manchester United. If you look at all the great players, the one thing they all had in common was that they had a great first touch. And if you've got a good first touch, you can always take the ball away from the defender and shield the ball from the defender, and you can buy yourself a bit of time to, you know, think about what you're going to do. And you haven't got time to have a bad touch, and if you have a bad touch, the defender's there and you can't get your shot off, so it's really important you get your touch right, then you can get your shot off straight away. I just thought about, you know, just playing the game to the way I love playing it and enjoying it. Because when you're young, obviously you want to win in everything, but it's about progressing as a player as well. And I used to go out onto the pitch and try and express myself really, and just enjoy the game. And I used to play with my mates on the street, then go to training. In my mind it'd just be the same, to enjoy it. And I remember there was a couple of times that I didn't enjoy the training session, and I went home and I was arguing with my dad about it, and my dad was shouting back at me, he's telling me that I've got to do these training sessions they put on to, if I want to become a player. You have to make sure you get, you hold on to the ball, you hold it up, because if you don't hold on to it, then the other team will just keep attacking you, where if you hold on to it, you give your team time to get up the pitch, and then you can get into their half, and then you can keep passing it from there and going forward. If you're making runs off the ball and there's a lot of movement, the defenders are getting dragged out of positions, and when the defenders are dragged out, it's important you take them opportunities. It's about knowing what shot to take on at different times, where some shots, if you're quite far out, then you have to just put your foot through it and you can score. If you get on target and you make the keeper work, that's the most you can do really. And if you're inside the box, it's better to pass the ball into the net with your side foot most of the time. As a striker, it's always really enjoyable when you do finishing and shooting. If you do that as part of the training session, then it was brilliant. You don't practice them to not do them in the games, you practice them to see the outcome in the games, and when the goals like that come off in the game, then it's really something you're really pleased with. If you don't get it right and the goalkeeper just catches it, then you know the manager will probably have a go at you when you get in, so it's just something that you've got to try and make sure you get spot on every time. The ball got it up and the defender headed it back out, and I was like jogging towards the ball and it just fell out of the sky for me, and I've just tried to hit it as hard as I can, but still tried to get accuracy, and I caught it spot on, and it went into the top corner. Practice doesn't make perfect, but I think it certainly makes you a better player, and the better you want to be, I think the more you've got to practice definitely. The two main things I try to work on apart from that is my left foot shooting and passing, me heading. It's getting a bit better. I've scored a couple of goals this year with me heading. Even if it's just an extra 1 or 2 goals a season, they could be very important goals. If you want to play professional, and if you want to do this as your job for the rest of your life, then you have to work hard and dedicate yourself to totally football, and sacrifice, you know, a few things you do outside of football, and I've done that to the best I could, and I think that was a massive help for me.